Hello everyone and welcome to the show that gives you the inside track on everything going on around the St. Cloud State campus. I'm Tony Langfellow.
And I'm Jordan Pampudis. Thank you for choosing Husky Insider tonight. Now Tony, my first time hosting, your first time hosting. How excited are you for this?
That's right, I am excited to get to some of the content for what's going on around the St. Cloud State campus, that's for sure. But getting into our first topic today is Husky Mag. It's 25th anniversary this year. Pretty exciting. I know you're part of that show. Jordan, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's super exciting. You know, coming in, I was trying to get into sports, and it was kind of hard because it's really intimidating at first. But Husky Mag gives you that opportunity to try everything, and with less pressure, really. So you know, I was able to do interviews and host, and this I actually did a live hit from the football team. So, I mean, even behind the scenes, everything, like, so that's the thing about Husky Mag that's just so great.
That's right.
And
it gives you all those opportunities for sports, and it's just a lot of fun to do in general.
Yeah, exactly. So it's honestly been such a great opportunity, I think, and so exciting to see them with 25 years of success. And like I said, Husky Mag is on its 25th year, and it doesn't seem to be stopping in the near future. Here's an inside look at the beginning of how the show started and where it is at now.
We started Husky Mag in the summer of '92.
A group of friends got together to do something to be remembered.
Man, we should do something to really leave our mark on the university and create a show that we want to do, man, that's going to tell our story.
The group used what they had to jumpstart their plan.
We actually had a pizza box, and we were honestly getting hyped up about it. Flipped the box over and wrote our A block, our B block, our C block, our D block, threw in a couple breaks. Did we know how to do it? No, we didn't know how to do it, but we just did. You know what I mean? We just did. And the show's much better now than it was when we started it 25 years ago, for not only for the technology, but just the caliber of student that's producing it now versus us just winging it, really.
What's good? Welcome into Husky Mag. Thanks for joining us, Joe Scarella.
When I heard that I was going to be producer, I was honored like crazy, right? Because I'm a freshman, I don't even know what producing is. I haven't even taken producing class yet. So I was a little nervous, but I was also very excited because now I have the opportunity to have my own show.
And with having your own show, a lot of work must go into this.
It was really unique. The first show, Rob and I did everything. We produced it, we edited it, we wrote it, we directed it, we did everything. But honestly, after that first show aired, we had multiple, 20 UTVS students coming up and saying, I want to be a part of the show.
With such a talented group of people, Husky Mag has shown a great amount of growth.
You combine it from my first show, which was awful, to where we're at now, and we just had our award show, or the show that we'll submit for awards this year, and it was by far the best show that I've ever seen come out of Husky Mag. So we keep pushing every show, and we strive that next show is going to be better than the show we just had.
This passion to continue pushing Mag forward keeps Brian's dream alive.
For the fact that Husky Magazine has stayed around, probably only second to News at this point, is I'm very prideful on that. I'm very honored to have that show still around.
Just the fact that they were able to put together a show that lasts for 25 years, and now I have the chance to continue to hopefully push it on for another 25 years. There's not much you can say about it. There's just so much pride that goes into every show, because you want to give the people who are next the same chance that you had.
Joe believes in the future of Husky Mag.
I just hope that when I'm gone, and I know it will because I've seen the freshmen and the crew coming up, I just hope that they continue to see the work that's been put in it, not only by myself, but the people in the past, and they're able to take what we've done, learn from it at the beginning of your first year producing the show. It's a big learning experience for you, and then your next 2-3 years, whatever it is that you have this show, make it better. Because, like, I'm sure, the shows 25 years ago weren't even near where we're at today, but we learned from them. They were a stepping stone to get where we're at, so who knows where this is going to be in 25 years from now.
The pizza box rundown is something I would have never guessed for a show of this caliber. I hope to see Husky Meg have another 25 plus years of success.
Here's a closer look at how Greg Lewis continues to succeed here at St. Cloud State.
Coming into the 2017 season, the name Gregory Lewis was unfamiliar to Husky fans.
From high school, I ended up going on Upper Iowa University. I spent my redshirt season and my redshirt freshman season there before deciding to go to junior college, because if I had to transfer elsewhere, I probably would have had to sit out a year.
Taking a year to play at community college allowed Lewis to craft his skill.
Well, Greg came in a little bit as an unknown. He came out of junior college, we didn't quite know if, where he's at as far as talent and everything like that, and came in the summer, worked hard out with our group, and I think each week he's gotten better, understanding our offense, kind of the terminology and the things that we need to do.
Football is a game that has always been close to Lewis's heart, especially because of one person he strived to be like.
Ever since I was a kid, I had a dream to play football on the simple fact of, my dad being a semi-pro football player. So just growing up and watching him play, being the team's water boy and, things like that, I kind of had my mind made up at an early age. I remember times where I'll be at my dad's practices and I'll put on my Pee Wee gear and, I'll kind of run through drills with him and his team. And from there, I just knew that I wanted to play football.
St. Cloud State has a group of talented running backs, and Lewis found himself connecting with Kurtwan Evans, and together, they help each other improve their game.
We watch film together, and I think that's a key, because, it kind of helps us see, things that, maybe the coaches don't see, or, so on and so forth. But as far as, playing on the team with other running backs like Kurt, I mean, it helps me, to bring out the best in myself as a running back.
The work ethic Lewis brought with him to the Cardinal and Black is not only evident on the gridiron, but also to his teammates.
It's just his leadership, his hard work, and his work ethic. That's what is making him such a great ball player. It's what has made him such a great ball player, because he's been a great ball player.
He seems to have quite a positive presence on the team, and without him, the depth of SCSU's backfield would not be the same.
We're now joined with Husky football insider Jeremy Lagos to talk a little bit more about Gregory Lewis. Now, Jeremy, from what you've seen, how has Greg Lewis affected the St. Cloud State offense?
Well, the St. Cloud State offense is all about pounding the ball, maintaining possession of the clock, and grinding out wins. And Greg Lewis is an elite talent for that team, so it kind of comes and goes with him. He has a nose for the end zone. He has 9 touchdowns on the year. He leads the team in rushing touchdowns, so in that category, he has almost 700 yards of offense, or of rushing yards. The next person doesn't even have 400. So the offense is kind of pulled wherever he's going, and you can't grind out wins like they do if you don't have an elite talent at running back. And he is that elite talent at running back, averaging almost 5 yards per carry. So when you have a guy like that, it's really easy to play the brand of football that they do, and they simply could not if they didn't have Lewis.
Yeah, it seems like when he's hot, the whole Husky team is hot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For sure. And so what does Greg Lewis have to do to help the Huskies get the win on this Saturday?
Well, it's going to, against Minot State, just keep doing what he's doing. Just keep pounding the ball, grinding out that yardage, controlling the clock, and obviously finding the end zone is going to be pretty nice. He's just has to keep pounding the ball, because in the wins, he averages 86.5 yards on the ground and scores more than a touchdown a game. But when they lose, it's less than 50 yards per game, and he only has 1 touchdown in those 4 losses. So it's very important to keep feeding him the rock and make sure he finds the end zone, and that'll essentially lead them to victory.
And he stepped up so much every time. Joe Blando's been out of, 3 games this season?
Exactly, yeah.
And he's stepped in every single one of them. So his stats say it all, really.
Yeah, transferred in, smooth
exactly.
transition, awesome ball player.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jeremy.
Thanks, Manny.
You act like you've never seen someone do this before.
Because I haven't.
Really? I've been doing this for a while. Saves me a ton of money.
But we share this milk.
Then we're both saving money.
Hi, I'm Tony Langfellow, associate producer of Husky Tonight. When our executive producer Greg Spaeth started this show over 80 years ago, it was his goal to bring you accurate, clear, meaningful skits that really made a difference to you. And we're still doing that today, 80 years later. And we can't wait for the future of Husky Tonight to bring you laughter for years to come. So grab a small popcorn and a pap and enjoy the show.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Welcome back to Husky Insider. Jumping back into things, we highlight a man that has brought a lot to the St. Cloud State campus, and that would be the head coach of the wrestling team, Steve Costanzo. Costanzo will be entering his 11th season as head coach, and that time he has led the wrestling team to 2 Division II national championships, those coming in 2015 and 16, and has also amassed 152 wins since taking the helm. Joining us now is Jimmy Ducharme to give us more about Coach Costanzo. Jimmy, what fun stuff did you have for us this week?
Well, hopefully a lot. Thank you, Tony and Jordan. Welcome to Jimmy D's Star Corner. This is where I take a look at someone around campus who has really made a difference. And as you already know, this man is head wrestling coach Steve Costanzo. I had the chance to sit down with him and talk about his journey as head coach and the impact he hopes to have on his athletes.
I've been coaching 23 years overall. This is my 12th year here at State. You know, what drew me to coaching probably was the experience that I had as a student athlete with my former coach, Mike Denny. Mike Denny coached me at the University of Nebraska in Omaha, had a huge and significant impact on my life, and it probably has a lot to do with why I'm coaching today. I hope to have that kind of influence on my student athletes like Coach Denny had on me. To compete at the college level, first of all, in the sport of wrestling, you have to be a very special individual. You know, this is a sport that, you know, obviously it's a very grinding sport. We're in the dog days of a winter, so to speak. A lot of times these guys come in the morning, it's dark, and you know, at the end of the day they get out of practice in the evening for their second practice, it's dark. It takes a huge level of commitment on their part and sacrifice. I think I've grown a lot over the years in terms of, you know, managing a wrestling program to, you know, understanding student athletes better, adapting to the athletes that we're dealing with today versus yesterday. I also think that you know, I've matured more in terms of the decisions that I've made over the years. I learned a lot, obviously, and then you know, although the learning process never stops, it always continues. So I continue to learn and grow, and I probably will be till my last day coaching.